out of here. Vlog style. I've never even used one of these little tripods. But we'll see. Maybe I can show you guys a little bit of Alameda so you can see what Alameda looks like. All right. This is good old Alameda. This is gorgeous. I got this big old camera. We'll see. I've never vlogged like this. But the compass is over there. My office is over here. It's bright and early. I have a lot of transactions going on right now. I do. But how these transactions work sometimes, it's like you got to get all the marketing material together first. You got to prepare the property, and then you go to market. So it's some days are busier than others. But how I'm trying to structure everything is have my guys working. I'm sending out mailers because I really want to get like my lead model down, like a foundation. And what I realize it does free up time because they call and I just follow up with the more qualified leads, and then a lot of my time is going to preparing these properties for market. And sometimes preparing the market, it's more so just talking to my sellers and figuring out when we're going to do inspections. So what I do is just try to get all the marketing material together, and then when I meet with them, I kind of have everything ready to go. The steps are hop in my Prius. I don't even know how this is gonna work, but anyways, you have to open escrow, then you have to work on disclosures. So I'm kind of in the middle of that with a few different properties, and then I have another listing that we're just getting all the estimates together. And it's like you're busy, and then you're not busy at all, and then you're busy. But I'm trying to be more consistent with how busy I am, and what I've noticed in my career is I'll have like 7 listings and 7 clients I'm working with at once, and then it'll go dry. And I'm not sure if that's the market or if that's me as an agent and how I'm working and how I'm running my business. So 2024, oh yeah, Donald Trump just got elected president yesterday. I forgot to mention that. I don't know how you guys feel about that. I don't really want to get into it. I'm not mad. I'm not happy. Like, I'm not gonna say it doesn't matter, because then, you know, as a black man, I'm supposed to be happy I can vote. Look at this lady dancing. Get it, Nick. Oops, she caught me. Let's see. Look at her. Get it. Hey. Anyways, yeah. So that happened. So I guess we'll see what happens with our economy. But I think for me, I'm not talking about politics. Anyway, back to my business. Yeah, man. This is just open thoughts. I would love to see how other realtors and how other real estate professionals are running their business, which is why I'm doing these raw vlogs, because I know regardless of how I do things, everyone's gonna do stuff differently. And it's hard for me to get into something and not be good at it. Like when I started snowboarding, it was like a certain level of expertise I wanted to have in that. As an agent, I had the same, and as you can see in this jiu-jitsu journey, the same. I've been doing it for 7 years. I'm not a professional at all at jiu-jitsu, but I will be damned to go and keep losing these competitions when I feel I have potential. And if it's something that I can control, then I'm gonna make sure that I put my best foot forward. Same with real estate. It's a very, very hard career. I hear like the stat is it's like 5% of agents are black, and then 1% is a black male. And I'm just not gonna gonna give myself an excuse to not be good because of the numbers. All right, been here, it's about 7 o'clock. I have a dinner tonight, which is great. But also I'm going over what my cold calling team has done. Looking over the processes. I think for me, it's like right now trying to create processes and systems is really important. So we'll cold call. We'll have somebody that wants a CMA, which is a comparative market analysis. We typically send those when when somebody wants to know how much their property is worth. So I have another VA that actually sends those out for my team email. And then what I do is I just follow up with the more qualified leads. So that's what I'm doing now. And then my VA, he actually comes on here. Let me see if I can show this. He comes on and he highlights these green so that we know that they were added to my CRM, the new client, and then or the new lead, and then we know that if it's turned green, that there was a CMA sent. So when I go here, I can actually see that. Let's see. Okay, right here. Where's another one? Okay, here it goes. So as you can see, it's like what a CMA looks like. I don't know if you can see that. I'm gonna show it to you. So this is his home, and we can see he has homes that sold for 1.3, 1.2, 1.3, and then you can kind of see what the houses look like as well. So it gives an owner an idea of what they need to do to their property to yield the highest results. So if you want 1.3, clearly they've done painting, interior painting. They've done a stage. Actually, I don't think they staged this. This is the homeowner's actual furniture. But this property is presented very clean. And I typically ask clients when they do want a CMA, what condition do you feel your property is in? Because that's going to definitely play part in how much it will sell for. And then we sit down and see if there's a budget to put more money into the property to yield more. But yeah, that's what we're doing this morning. And then also what I'm going to do is run numbers on a couple multi-families that I have coming to market. Multi-families are properties that they're small apartment buildings, so duplexes, triplexes, quadplexes, 2, 3, 4. And what I do is I typically run the same thing, CMA, but I also want to find out what the rents are, what the expenses are for that particular building to know, gives me a good idea of what to list for. We tend to list multifamilies closer to what we want. Unlike the single family market, you may want to list a little bit lower in California because it'll help with possibly creating what we call a bidding war. So you list really low, a lot of people submit their bids, and then from there you can increase them. But yeah. Oh man, what happened there? That's what we're doing this morning. And I'll probably go to jiu-jitsu at 11 a.m. I was thinking I went and worked out this morning at 5, was on my way to jiu-jitsu that starts at 6, and there was a lot of traffic, so just came home and we'll get a jiu-jitsu session in as well. And also I know like how I'm dressed is a little bit different. As an agent, you don't dress up every day. You don't live in your dress clothes, per se. And also, what I'm doing as well, my sister is out of town, so I'm actually renting her. She bought a condo a few years, so I'm renting her condo out. So a lot of moving pieces, but everything will be figured out. Best believe that. I don't really have much for this vlog today. It's kind of just what I'm doing in the office. But yeah, my stripped down vlogs. A real estate agent. You get to know a real estate agent. Regular people that just every day study the market, get work done. For me, trying to build a business. I'm trying to train people more. My niche is pre-foreclosures per se. That's how I got started. So I'm just diving deeper into there and training my guys on how to talk to them and sending out as many CMAs and creating leads. Try to do as much as possible and just getting these systems correct so that when more and more leads come in, I'll know how to deliver excellent customer service, because sometimes I know with me, and I'm doing this because I want other agents, because I know a lot of other agents follow me, is, tell me what you're doing as well. Leave a comment and let me know. But it's one thing to have a lot of business, but it's another to run a good business, because you don't want things to fall through the cracks, and you want to be able to deliver great customer service, because if you're in real estate and you're not delivering great customer service, it's going to reflect. And I just want to make sure that I can do everything. So it's creating a good foundation to do so. Over and out until the next vlog. Back in the office, 5/12, still working. I had jujitsu. I got completely humbled from jujitsu, I'll tell you that. Which is why I keep going. It's something about jujitsu that just keeps me going. Yeah, man. Got humbled, aka got beat up pretty bad. But yeah, this is my just like regular vlogs. Very, very stripped down. Just kind of going over what I gotta figure this out. I'm just kind of going over like what it means to be an agent, because I know a lot of us put all this cool content together. Okay, I know we all put cool, tailored content together, but at the end of the day, being a real estate agent is it's kind of lonely, to be honest with you. I mean, unless you join a mega team, but outside of that, it can be somewhat lonely. You gotta figure things out on your own. So what I'm doing right now is I have 3 multi-units coming to market. A 3-unit, a 2-unit, a 3-unit, and a 4-unit. So with every property, with every listing, it's almost, what's a good analogy? For every listing, it's almost like climbing a mountain. Open escrow, as all agent knows. Hey agents, I know you guys watch this. You guys are gonna tell me that I'm doing something wrong, and I appreciate it. I love everybody. So if your process is different than mine, please comment or DM me and say, hey Jerry, you can do a lot better, or you can do it like this. Please let me know. I'm just trying to get better here, which is why I'm putting this out. Very stripped down vlog. But anyways, okay, for every multi-unit, every property that you're putting together, it's an uphill battle first to just get ready for market, right? It all depends on what kind of property it is, but for multi-family, my main focus really is just the tenants, man. It's having to do work around tenants. It's having to do work around someone who lives there that you don't really want to frustrate, but you want to have a smooth process. But at the end of the day, you never know what you're going to get with the personality of the tenant. And unfortunately, a lot of owners are selling because of this. Some tenants are right, some tenants are wrong. My job is just to simply be an agent, be a good agent, be nice, communicate, and just make sure you get the job done. So for the 2-unit, that's what we're going over right now. I usually have a list of everything that needs to be done. So we are opening escrow first. I like to use Chicago Title. Shout out to Caroline, out here in Northern California, title and escrow together. So we're gonna open escrow. I'm gonna deliver a notice to the tenant to let them know that we're gonna sell. And typically we may have inspections that we'll need to do. Let me turn this light on. It'll make me look better. That rolling. Okay. Almost a lot better. Kind of overexposed. We can always adjust it here. But anyways, anyways, okay. Oh well, you can see the light. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Open an escrow. Notice a sale to the tenant, letting them know, hey, we're gonna be selling. Ordering inspections, putting together a marketing and sales calendar to let both the tenant and owner know what dates are planned for the inspections, you know, what dates we have painters coming in, because we are going to do some upgrades. I'll do another walkthrough, just kind of walking through, letting you guys know what we're doing to that property to get it ready for market. And then we have a target on market date, and then we have a target sale date. So when you're an agent, a listing agent, which I've always somewhat been a listing agent, and I know that like a lot of people get started being buyer's agents, but as I've mentioned before, I got started finding NOD. So I've always been a listing agent, and it's always been, I look at these as small projects. Every time I have a listing, it's a lot that goes on behind the scenes before you're actually public and before all the agents can see your piece of work, see your piece of art, #art. But yeah, that's what I'm doing today. I'm getting a letter together, letting the tenant know who I am, which is right here. Hope this message finds you well. My name is Jerry Beverly. I'm a licensed real estate agent with Compass. What's the difference between a licensed agent and a realtor? Good question, right? I've been appointed primary point of contact for the upcoming sale of your property. I want to assure you that our goal throughout this process is to ensure that you are informed, comfortable, and well supported. So I want to make sure that everyone is happy. My seller, the tenant, the inspectors, anyone that I'm coming in contact with, I have to make sure that everybody is well taken care of. And that's my job, to keep everything rolling. You have 2, 3, 4 listings. It can be somewhat overwhelming, which is why it's good to kind of form a team around you, or at least have an assistant that knows your processes. I've had 2 assistants. Actually, I've had 3 assistants so far. And it's always been a learning curve when you have an assistant. But I learned something from each one, and each one definitely helps out the business. I think this go around with my next assistant, it's gonna be more intentional. You know, just like anything else, business. And I'm looking at everything like a business now, and I think it changes a lot, but I definitely want to have someone that just does marketing, someone that just does sales, and then like an operating arm that kind of puts everything together. I think that would be ideal for me, because I do have a lot of marketing that I do between digital ads, mailers, email campaigns, and everything matters because people are watching whether you know it or not. Yeah. So you have to always be on your game. You have to know when to take breaks. You also have to know to block out your time. It's okay to have office hours. It's okay to not be available all the time, because everything's not always a need at the moment in which people think. It's more so about the objective of getting it done. So that's the goal. That's the goal. But sorry I forgot the jiu-jitsu session earlier. My camera died. I didn't have any battery, but I'm still going. Still going. So yeah, vlog over and out. I think that was marketing. I have to get an OM prepared, an offer memorandum. That's the difference between when you listen to single family and an apartment building. Whether it's 2, 3, 4, you need an offer memorandum. Shows all the details. Rents, projected rents, comps, nearby shops, photos, disclosures, everything's in there. Actually, disclosures aren't in the OM, but I do put a link to them. You have to find people in the industry that are doing things how you want. Shout out Joey Wang. He's a Keller Williams agent that specializes in multi-units. I've met with him. I meet with everybody that I feel is impressive, and I try to pick their brain and learn as much as possible from them, and incorporate what they're doing into what I'm doing, and try to, you know, understand how they got to where they went, their pitfalls, their goals. I'll tell you one thing I've noticed though about all of these guys is that they have very clear and concise goals. They know exactly what they want to do, for sure. And they know how to get there, and they just work on it and work on it and work on it. And it becomes less about money, and it becomes more about just reaching that goal, because I guess money is gonna be what comes from it if you do a good job. But over and out. I gotta finish this work. Oh, Jerry. Hello. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not sure. They'll keep coming.